Alright everybody, here we are. We have the board game all set up to play Horrified, and I am joined by Amanda Amazing. How are you?
I'm ready to get this game started.
That's right. We will be facing off against Dracula. He did the mash. He did the monster mash. And the mummy. I don't have a song for the mummy. And werewolf in London, the Wolfman. That's right, we're gonna go against 3 monsters. Now, according to the rule book, this is a medium, this is a hard, and this is a somewhat easy monster to fight. So we picked one from each of them. There are 3 other monsters. We'll cover what they do at the end of the game, but as of right now, I'll kind of explain to you how these monsters are going to work, the actions we're going to be taking on the board. But first, I am going to be playing as the Inspector. As a special action, I get to place my hero in any non-water space that is, well, with a monster. My starting location is the precinct, and that's where I am up there. Amanda, Amazing, who are you?
I am the scientist, and my ability is to add 1 to the strength of any item that I use.
And you start in the laboratory, correct?
Institute.
The Institute. I'm sorry, I put you in the laboratory. Let's see. You're in the Institute. Okay. Each of us start with one of these like power-up cards. Mine is Brandish Crucifix. Choose one. Place Dracula in any space or move any monster 3 spaces. And you've got, basically you can move each monster 2 spaces. And we can use those at any time on our turn. Or on our, the other player's turn. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be moving around, we're going to be collecting up these little tokens, and we're going to be using them to try to banish these monsters. There will be citizens that'll come out on the board that we need to protect, plus we need to protect ourselves from these monsters as they go around and try to create enough terror to reach the end of the board. 7 terror, we lose. The other thing that could possibly lose is if this deck runs out of cards. That'll make sense as we go. Dracula, how do we defeat him? We have to go to each one of these locations that are located on the board, and we have to have 6+ power tokens. So like this is a 4 power token, that's a 5 power token. We need to have at least a 6. Destroy that coffin, place it on his board. Once we get all 4 on there, we need to meet him at his location with 6 power of yellow tokens, and that's how we'll defeat him. I'll explain the mummy in a minute. He's a bit more confusing. The werewolf. What we'll do with him is that we need to be on the laboratory, and then we are going to turn in tokens that have the 1, 2, and the 3 that are located there on the top, and we're going to be placing them in these locations that match up. Once we get all 6 tokens on there, we're going to take this beaker. We have now gotten the cure. That player will take it with them, meet the Wolfman, and then you have to administer with plus a bonus 6+ of the reds, and you will defeat him as well. As for the mummy, on the back side of each one of these little scarabs, there are the matching numbers, 1 through 6. Just so you know, 1, 2, and 3 are on this side, 4, 5, and 6 are on this side. We know that. That's how they're placed on the board. He's going to be hard. And in fact, this is the first time we've ever fought the mummy, and we're pretty confident he's going to make us look pretty stupid. From there, it's all a puzzle. We need to go to the museum. So when we're on the museum, we can turn in a yellow token, and depending upon the level of the yellow token we turn in, we can flip over these tokens and then move them around. And the goal is to get each one of the matching numbers scarab in their correct location. This will make sense as we play the game. So, I tell you what, Amanda, why don't you just take first actions? You get located here at the top of our player board. It tells you how many actions we get. Amanda and I both will have 4. Why don't you get us started? What are you planning on doing?
Okay. Well, I'm going to start by picking these tiles. So.
Okay. So you're going to pick up that tile right there, correct? So that counts as an action. Is the pick? So moving a space. Guiding a villager, so you can have a villager with you, and you can actually call a villager to you from an adjacent space or move them from your space to an adjacent space. Pick up items, and you can pick up all the items. She picked up 1 space here. That's 1 action. She has 3 left.
2.
2.
3.
3. And now if you wanted to, you could start turning some in onto the Wolfman's board, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to dictate what you were going to do. I'm sorry. You can also share items between heroes that are on your space. And then what she is thinking about doing right here is called advance, which means she's thinking about, now she's on the laboratory, she's going to advance and try to start working on the cure for the Wolfman. Now she's only got one action, which means she could only place one token on there. She's going to place this number 3, just put it on the matching spot. That's a 3. We need one more 3 on there, and then we'll have the 3s wiped out. That was all 4 of her actions. And then, of course, special action. Now, she actually is the only character that is an ability. And you notice it says right there, ability. It doesn't say special action, which means that it's passive. It's always active for her. So she doesn't have to do anything special, where for me, it takes an action to activate mine. So, all right, so now that she's finished, she's going to flip over the card for the monsters. All right, so the very first thing we do is we work from the top to the bottom. Very first thing is this tells you how many tokens are going to spawn onto the board. Now, as you look at the tokens, as they come out of the bag, they tell you exactly where they go. Real simple. So this one will go to the graveyard, this one will go to the church, and you just place them in those locations. All right, then what we do is the event, and in this case, it's the Wolfman. And what it says, and you always know by the little symbol, I just knew it by the actual the picture, but this little symbol here represents the Wolfman. The hunt is on. If no hero has the hunted emblem, give it to the current player, then move the Wolfman 3 spaces towards the hero with the hunted emblem. Amanda, you are hunted. So now we're going to place this emblem right there. You are now hunted, and the Wolfman is going to go and move to your location. All right, now that we're done with the event, we go to the very bottom. This tells us which creatures activate, how many spaces they move, and if they land in a location with either a villager or another hero, how many dice they'll roll to attack. We work from left to right. This emblem here means that's the creature from the Black Lagoon. He's up there sleeping. This emblem here is Dracula. So, Amanda, if you would, move Dracula 1 space. Okay, and there's nobody there, so nothing happens. Now, this little fire here, that's the character that is, what do they call that? That's enraged, basically, I think is what do they call it?
Frenzied. Frenzied.
Frenzied, thank you. So right now, Dracula starts as the Frenzied Monster, and the reason is because it starts with the lowest ranking monster. The highest ranking right now would be the Wolfman at 5. So he is the Frenzied, so that means again, he will activate, he'll move 1 space, and then if he actually landed on a space, go ahead and move him 1 space, thank you, sweetie. If he did land on a space with another player or a villager, he would attack with those 2 dice. In this case, nothing happens. All right, so once he moves out a little bit further, I think we'll just put him right back where he belongs, right back in the hole. So I do have 4 actions, and I can move to a location where there is a monster, which means I could move to your location. Then I could use an action to take your 2 of your little tokens there, and I could place 2 of them onto this as well. But at the same time, I don't know. The other thing I could do is I could use this to just move any monster 3 spaces, which means I could just move the Wolfman away from you as well. 1, 2, 3, and I could put him over there with him. That's another thought. So I don't know. I do know this. I like ganging up on one monster and eliminating them as fast as possible. That always seems to be the best thing. Don't you agree?
I do.
Yeah. So what I think we'll do is I'm going to spend 1 action and I'm going to take a nap. Now that I've woken up, I'm going to take my first action and I'm going to collect this number 2 blue token and place it here in front of me. Now I am going to use my special ability, place your hero in any non-water space with a monster. I'm going to come from here all the way over to here. And this is a place with a monster, and it just so happens to be with you. Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
You doing good?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you got a Wolfman there. Did you know that?
Can you take care of that one?
I can. We're going to discard this one, and we're going to move that monster away. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, and we're going to place him up there in that corner. So that was free. That does not cost me an action. I still have 2 actions left to go. So I think now you've got a 2, and then you've got 2 1s as well, right? So, which means you could use all 4 of your actions and just place all 4 of them there, couldn't you? Mm-hmm. Which ain't a terrible idea. So let's see. So I picked up 1, I moved over to here. I think what I will do, I was thinking about just giving this to you and then moving away.
You can place it.
But I could, that's what I was thinking, just place it and then I could move away. It's kind of the same difference, ain't it? Yeah. So I'll just place it up there onto this location here. But you know what? I had an idea. So your ability is always active and it says you may add 1 to the strength of any item you'd use, right? Mm-hmm. You could make this into a 3 I don't know. Is that important?
Yeah, but I can make this into a 3.
Yeah. So then I could put this 2, then you could make that into a 3, and we just need either a 1 or a 2.
I have 2
for the
ones.
right, which means then all we need.
A 2 if I need to.
Right. Which means if that kind of I guess increases our odds of getting the right one, because then we'd need a 1 or a 2. Well, I guess it's still a 2 or a 3. It doesn't matter. Half a dozen one another. I'm going to place that up there and stop talking. All right. So now I do have 1 action left, and I will move from here, and I will just move up to this location here, which is maybe a bad idea. Yeah, probably is. Okay. Regardless, go ahead and flip our tile. Or our card. Let's see what we get. All right. So this means 3 tokens are going to come out of the bag, and Amanda will place those on the board. And then this is a person that's going to come out. This is Renfield, so we're going to look for Renfield. This is their names are down here in the bottom. Right here, Renfield. All right, so it says place him at the docks. And then on his actual token, you'll see where he wants to go. He wants to go to the hospital. So he is an insane survivor. I'm crazy. So here's the deal. We have to escort him there. And if we do, then we will be able to draw another power card. But if we don't, then there's a chance that one of the monsters will reach him before we do. And if they do, then they can attack him, and then that'll increase our terror. The bad part is, though, I think we're about to increase the terror anyways, because the first creature that's going to activate will be Dracula. And unfortunately, he moves 2 spaces, which means he goes 1, 2. And now he is going to attack me with 2 dice, and I have no items here. I knew I chose poorly moving like I did. And yep, he did. He knocked me out. So basically, I'll just lay myself down right there, increase the terror by 1 point. And sadly, because he is the Frenzied Monster, he is going to activate again. So he is going to go to the location where Amanda is, and then once again, he is going to attack with 2 dice. So I'll go ahead and roll those while Amanda reads her message. And he has only gotten 1 hit this time. So what she can do now to try to avoid this is that she could try to discard one of her item tokens to be able to ignore it. So what she could do is she has 2 1s and a 2, and she can choose to discard any one of those 3, and that would save her from the damage that she just took. So do you want to discard any one of those? Okay, so Amanda has decided that she is going to discard one of her tokens, which makes perfect sense. I mean, it's no big deal. And we'll discard that over here to show now she has avoided the assault of Dracula. So now we're done with that. It goes to Amanda, and she will take her 4 actions.
Okay, so I'm going to place 2.
Okay, so that's 1, 2. And you want to place this?
I'm gonna do the 1.
Okay.
And then I want to do the 3.
The 3, okay. All right, because she can increase that. She increases the strength of any item by 1. So, all right, so that was 2 actions. And you still have 2 actions left to go.
Okay. So 1, 2.
Okay, you sure that's what you want to do? Sure, looks good to me.
Yep.
All right, go ahead and flip. Now, do you want to use your card or anything, or are you good? You can move in. You can move each monster up to 2 spaces if you like.
Is that a one-time effect?
Yeah. You just discard it right after you were done. Or you can save it for later.
I'll save it.
Okay, go ahead and flip your card. All right, so go ahead and spawn 2. And then we do have another event, and this is Dracula. And it is Hypnotic Gaze. Move the hero or villager closest to Dracula 3 spaces towards him. So go ahead and move yourself towards Dracula 3 spaces. He is luring you with his good looks and his charm. All right, down at the bottom, we will now activate the mummy. The mummy will move 1 space. So go ahead and move the mummy 1 space for me. And he will move right out in the center. That's correct. Then it would be the invisible man and then the creature, but neither one of those are on the board, so we don't worry about either one of them. Okay, so now, because I got knocked out, I just wake up in the hospital like, what the crap just happened? It was exhausting. And I need to get around and collect some stuff. So I am going to go 1, 2, collect both of these. Now that I got some stuff that I can discard to take a hit. So that's 2. Oh man. I am going to teleport to here for 3, and then I will pick... Actually, you know what? I'm going to teleport to here for 3, and then I will pick these up for 4. And then I'm going to start working on the mummy, because I've got a lot of yellow, and that's what it takes to activate the mummy. So, all right, so that was all my actions. So go ahead and flip over my card for me, please. All right, so go ahead and spawn 3 tokens, and now we need the innocent. Aw, place Maria at the barn. Maria, Maria. So she's going to go up there, and she's going to just be basically sitting there until we decide to either rescue her or something, and the something is she dies. So this would be Frankenstein, the Bride of Frankenstein, and last but not least is the Frenzied Monster, which happens to be on Amanda's location. She has no tokens, and he is going to attack her with 3 dice. This is bad. It's most likely going to end up knocking her out, which will increase our terror marker again. So, yep. And he did an exclamation mark. Place the current player's hero in Dracula's space. Crap. Okay, so you got knocked out. Go ahead and increase our terror marker and collect the dice. And that really stinks because I was perfectly set up to be over there to start working on that mummy, but oh well, that's how it rolls. Okay, so that is the end of my turn. So Amanda, you woke up in the hospital, and whoa, what happened? And you have 4 total actions, which, man, if you could have been there, you could have went 1, collected that, 2, 3, 4, and you could have been set up to start destroying his, or you could have collected that even. Well, I guess I could on my turn. Whatever. Well, you know what? I just noticed we have the 2 and the 1 out here that we need to finish him off.
I know.
Wow.
I was thinking I need to get up that way.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, you could go 1, 2, 3, 4 and get all the way to the bridge, I guess, if you wanted to. That's up to you. You could collect an item, maybe a token instead along the way, just in case if monsters try to
It'll stop
assault
me
you.
there, though.
Yes, it would.
Okay.
At least you'd have something to defend yourself with, though.
3, yeah.
Okay. And she took a quick nap, but now she's awake. Okay, so go ahead and flip your card. All right, 3 more items will come out. And now we need, Jesus, man, we need Professor Pearson at the cave. Too many guys are coming out. This is going to be bad. Oh, and he wants to go to the museum, and she wants to go to the camp, and he wants to go to the hospital, and nobody's going to take themselves. They expect us to do everything for them. All right, so this is bad for both of us. So first off, the mummy will move 2 spaces and will attack with 2 dice. So he will move onto your location and then roll 2 dice for the mummy's attack. All right, so you're gonna have to discard that 1 item you picked up, which is good you picked up because he would have landed on your space no matter what. Go ahead and put it on the card. I'll put it over here in the pile. All right, so now the Frenzied Monster, which happens to be Dracula, is going to attack me with 2 dice. Go ahead and just roll 2 dice. Oh, sweet, yes. All right, so now it is back to my turn. So I think what I will do is I will use 1 action to pick this up, 2 action to place it onto this thingy, 3 action to teleport over to here, and 4 action, I'm just gonna pick this up while I'm there. I got plenty of items. I ain't scared no Wolfman. All right, let's go ahead and flip our card. And go ahead and, oh my God, it is too many freaking citizens coming out. What is this? Is it like a party out? A block party? Stay indoors. It's dangerous out here. There's monsters and stuff. All right, so I need Dr. Reed. Dr. Reed. And he will be at the Institute, which I just left. I would have grabbed him and taken him with me. And he is the, what in the heck is that?
Ichthyologist.
Ichthyologist. What is that? What does an ichthyologist do? Did they come up with like itching powder? I bet it's itching powder because it's itchytologist. That's what they are, itchytologist. All right, so the creature from the Black Lagoon would activate, and the Frenzied Monster will move 1 space and attack with 2 dice. And this is bad because Amanda has nothing to defend herself with, and he is going to attack her with 2 dice. So what's an ichthyologist?
Also known as fish science.
Fish science. Pfft. Fish are friends, not food. Go ahead and roll 2 dice. You are under assault by the Count. Oh my God. So you, once again, are going to go to the hospital, my dear. Go ahead and increase the terror marker one more time. And he rolled a, which once again, you have also sucked me back into his stupid spot. Stop it. Can you just stop it already?
I wish I could.
Okay. Well, you are up. So I guess once again, you'll wake up in the hospital. How do you feel this time? Feel better? Feel refreshed? So 1, 2, 3. You could get some stinking items up there, maybe to protect yourself. You know,
Sure.
seems how you keep.
True.
She gets knocked down, but she gets up again.
Okay, I think I'm going to use this.
Well, yeah, but where are you going to move them? You going to move them down here to where they kill him?
I'm
Move
gonna
them up here?
out of my way.
But where are you going to put them? They're going to be like in the way of everyone else too.
Okay.
How did I get to that museum last time? Did I go around this way? You got to go this way. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did either.
2, 3.
Mm-hmm. And then, unfortunately, we need that one up there, not that. Oh, there's 2 ones up there too. To finish off the Wolfman. You know, you could, before you flip that, now, if you wanted to, you could move 1, 2, 1, 2. You could put them all down here in the church. Mm-hmm. You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, because you were talking about moving them, but we didn't seem to like we had a good spot, so.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
All right, at least make them work towards us. You know what I mean?
Right.
All right, so spawn 2 tokens. This would be the Frankenstein. They are not on the board. Now we would activate the creature from the Black Lagoon, who is not on the board. We would activate the Wolfman. He moves 2 spaces and attacks with 1 die. So basically, it's our choice. He could come towards you, or he can come towards me. I have a ton to defend myself with, so if you want to move him towards me, I really don't care. It's up to you. Half dozen, one or another.
I'll take it. I'm a big girl.
Okay, so now you're going to roll 1 die, and it's the exclamation mark. Every person in the Wolfman space takes a hit, so you do need to defend against that, unfortunately. So you'll discard that. We'll put that over to here, and that will make it to where you don't get hurt. And the last little emblem here would be the Invisible Man, but of course he's not on the board, so we're not going to worry about that. All right, so let's see. God, there's too many people out here, and I almost wish that I would have picked my other gal, because she could have went around and started collecting them up and moving them away. Oh, this is frustrating. So I could go 1, 2, 3, and 4 and pick those up, and then just plan on heading back down here on my next turn, and then we could get rid of the Wolfman here in a few more turns. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I was thinking, on my next turn I was going to shoot up there.
And collect all that pile?
Collect all that. I can call this one too.
Yes, you could. You could call them to you. You know what? If you're going to do that, I'm going to let you do that, and I'm just going to head to the museum. 1, 2. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard this to start working on the mummy. I have 4 action points to use on the mummy's thing. So we're just going to turn this over. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And for my last action, I'll discard my other 4. 1, 2. All right. Now we slide them around in these directions, and we need to get the numbers matched up to where they belong. Like the 6 needs to be up here. All right. So this is where I'm going to look really dumb. Let's see. So let's go. I have 2 more actions, and let's put the 2 here, and we're going to slide the 4 right to there. Okay. All right. Now that was all my actions. So go ahead and flip my card.
Dun, 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 dun.
Nothing comes out. Oh, shoot. Oh, God, do I keep getting moved all over the place. Reincarnated soul. If no hero has the soul sign, give it to the current player. Move the hero with the soul sign 3 spaces towards the stupid, stupid, stupid mummy. I have the soul sign. Oh. Okay, now, first off, we will activate the Wolfman. The Wolfman will attack. He will move 1 space and attack with 2 dice. He will not move because he is on your location, so you have to roll 2 dice. Please do not get hit twice. Please do not get hit twice. Oh, okay. So you can discard your 1 blue to avoid that. Now, Dracula is going to attack me. So roll 2 dice for me. 2 exclamation marks. Well, all that would do is just place the current hero in Dracula's space 2 times. So here I am. Here I am again. No big deal. We can handle that, right? Okay, so now it's up to you, girl. What you gonna do? It's all about you, girl.
Go 1, 2, 3.
Now you can start taking some, start dishing some too. Okay, and then 4. You can call him to you from an adjacent space. Correct.
Or an action.
That, yes, as an action. Yep. Okay, go ahead and flip over your card. Huh. Well, it's your turn. So now you have the soul stone. So now you have to go 3 spaces towards the mummy, and I would guide 1 villager to or from an adjacent space. I think you would take him with you, the villager. So move to an adjacent space, taking any number of villagers with you. I don't know. I think he actually would stay right where he's at. I don't think he would move. So you will move 3 spaces towards the mummy, though, unfortunately. Okay. Now, the Wolfman will activate. He moves 1 space and attacks with 2, which means he is going to attack you with 2 dice. That's all right. You got stuff tucked in with. And the exclamation, which means every person in that location takes a hit, which means you do need to discard 1 token. You don't really need the blue 3 anymore because we just need a blue 1, unfortunately. Okay, next. Dracula will attack me. So go ahead and roll 2 dice. And 1 hit, so I will get rid of the 2. All right. And the Invisible Man, which nothing happens. All right. Jeez. Too many bad things are going on here, and all the monsters are down here, and this is where we gotta get our stuff done.
This is tough.
This is really tough. It really stinks. If we just could, oh, we're so close to like getting rid of him, and it just stinks that he's still here. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I want to work on the mummy some more because I still have these, but now I'm afraid of using them because I'm afraid that if I keep using them, I'm not going to have nothing to defend myself with. So, oh, I wish I had something to just teleport myself. I wish I would have went with my other character. I don't like this character as much. Okay, I'm going right there. So that's my 4 actions. Go ahead and flip that. 2, the hunt is on. I've already, oh shoot. Give me the stupid token now. Okay, so 2 items spawned and the hunt is on again. If no hero has the hunted emblem, give it to the current player. Move the Wolfman 3 spaces towards the hero with, oh, actually.
Wait, it says.
It stays with you. Yeah, he's gonna go towards you, which he's already on your location. So he basically isn't gonna do anything because now we're gonna activate the creature. Now we activate Dracula, who moves 1 space. And he will attack you with 2 dice, unfortunately. And then he's going to do it again. Oh, nice. Man, you keep rolling on the board, and it's like dice going everywhere, things bouncing all over. And now the Frenzied, which happens to be Dracula still, is going to attack again with 2 dice. Basically, nothing happens because the exclamation mark... Wait a minute. Jesus Christ, are you serious? You just did that to me again. I can't get away. Every time I try to get away, they pull me back in. All right, you're up. So you got a lot of yellow. You could probably work on the mummy some more as well if you wanted to.
And that is at the museum.
That is the museum. You're 1 space away from there.
Okay, that's a lot of actions.
Or 1, 2, 3, 4. You can get up there, and we could start. We can definitely get what we need to finish off the Wolfman. That's another option. So
1, 2, 3, 4.
And I don't mean to tell you what to do, by the way. I'm just...
Stop telling me what to do.
Flip your card.
Stop telling me what to do.
Go ahead and do. It's Frankenstein event. Nothing happens. Creature from the Black Lagoon, the Wolfman, and the Invisible Man. So the Wolfman's the only one that's going to activate. He'll move 2 spaces and roll 1 die. And in this case, he's already here with me, so he's just going to attack me with 1 die. Go ahead and roll 1. 1 hit, so I will get rid of my 3, and I'm running out of tokens. I'm running out of tokens here. Okay, so, all right. No matter where I go, I'm going to get sucked right back. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I need tokens so bad. 1, 2, 3. There's only 1 up there. 1, 2, I can collect that. I don't have anything much to defend myself with, and I'm getting nervous. Oh, 2, 3, then just 4, and I can at least have an extra one. I feel like we're wasting too much time because this really stinks, man. I need tokens. All right, you're gonna have a ton of tokens. You're gonna be in really good shape. I really wish I'd have went with my other girl now. I really do. I totally regret picking this one. 2, 3, and then 4. Okay, and go ahead and flip mine over. All right, so 2 tokens come out. This would be the Invisible Man event. He's not on the board. And good, all right, we got one pop up right on the space we need to be. The good part is you can actually call that person over too. Then you could step there and call that person if you wanted. All right, first one to activate will be the Mummy. He'll move 1 space and attack with 3 dice. And he just moves right there. Then the Creature from the Black Lagoon, and then the Bride of Frankenstein. So actually, that is Frankenstein, but neither one of them are on the board. So, all right, you're up, little pup.
Okay, so my one action's gonna be this.
And we do have a, yeah. Oh, wow, you have got so many tokens. That is awesome. Okay. You got to be in the laboratory to place it on there.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. You always forgot that our other game, too.
Yeah.
He has to go to the hospital, which is down here. She needs to go to the camp, which is actually over here, so it's nowhere near where you'd want to be. But if you keep them with you, it still protects them, because then you can discard tokens from whenever the creatures would attack. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's still not a terrible thing if they're with you, even if you can't deliver them right away. It's better to have them with you than away.
Yeah,
the only one that is different about that is the Wolfman, because if he rolls the exclamation, he will attack everybody in your location.
Bringing them out in the open like that in the center, though, they're more...
They're protected with you, though. As long as you have tokens, you can discard tokens to... Because the creatures will only attack the hero. They don't go after the villagers. Unless the villagers are basically by themselves. So you could defend them is what I'm getting at. But the Wolfman is the only one that will actually attack all of them. But it's totally up to you. You do what you want to do, bro. Because being here in the corner, he's pretty protected. I do agree with that.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have to waste any actions trying to call him over. And that would get you basically a laboratory, and then we'd be in real good shape to try to kill the Wolfman on the next turn, hopefully.
So I have 3 actions left?
You have 3 actions left. That's correct.
Okay. One, 2,
You're going to try to get her to the camp, huh?
3.
Okay. All right, go ahead and flip your card over.
I feel like moving 2 of them is too risky.
So no tokens come out. This is a Creature from the Black Lagoon event, so nothing happens. The first creature that'll move is 1 space, will be the Wolfman, so he'll move 1 space there. Then the Bride of Dracula, and then the Frenzied Monster. So there we go, perfect. All right, so now it is my turn. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go 1, 2, I'm going to call yours over. 3, I'm going to send her, and now she is in the camp, and I can draw a new card. So basically, let me make sure you guys understood exactly what I just did. I used my guide ability. Basically guide 1 villager to or from an adjacent spot. So what I did is I took her from this location and then to that location. So that is 3 actions though that I used. So for my 4th action, I've only got 2 tokens. I think we're going to just stand over here with you. How's that sound? All right, so go ahead and flip over. Wait a minute. The current player... Ooh, this is good. The current player takes 2 additional actions. And where does he want to go? To the museum? He wants to go here, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I was here. Boom, boom. I could get to there. I think it's a bad idea. Yeah, I'll hang on to this. This could... Hopefully, maybe we can win in the end with that. Okay, so 3. Okay, this is maybe bad. All right, on the move. Move the frenzy marker to the next monster. Move each villager 1 space towards their safe location. Ugh. Okay, so it's going to go from Dracula over to here. Now, each one of them is going to move one space to their safe location. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is unfortunately the shortest path. And he's going to die because the Frenzied Monster now is going to be the Mummy. The Mummy moves 3 spaces and he attacks with 2 dice. And he is going to go after the Villager because he is the closest person to him. And 2 exclamations. Fortify the curse. Flip the lowest scarab face down. So we have to do that twice. So the lowest scarab face down 2 times. But hey, at least he's still alive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that works. All right. And just so you know, I did have the option of sending him this way instead of up there. I don't know why I didn't think about that, but I should have. Okay, so now it is your turn.
Are you planning on going to the inn?
Me go to the inn?
Yeah.
No, I don't have any reason to go to the inn at the moment. I mean, I know there's a lot of tokens up there, but I really think we need to eliminate a monster before this gets, because they're starting to, and the other thing is we need to get him out of danger too.
Okay. So I could go 1.
You could do that or just calling to you, one or the other. It's up to you. Okay.
Where's he going?
He wants to go to the museum, but we don't need to worry about that at the moment. Okay, go ahead. Tell you what, I could give you 2 more actions on that though, which means you could deliver him.
Yeah.
I mean, is that worth it though? Let's wait. Let's wait on that.
Okay.
I think it'd be better to wait. Go ahead. All right, so 3 cards will come out, and now I need Wilbur and Chick at the shop. Wilbur and Chick. Man, there's a lot of. Oh, look, they're right with you. That was perfect. And then we would Frankenstein. Bride of Frankenstein, and then the Frenzied Monster is going to move 1 space, which will be the Mummy, and he will move towards me, and he will attack with 3 dice. Do not roll 3 hits. Please don't roll 3 hits. Okay. Ugh. I'm just getting pounded on. I guess I will go to the inn.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go to the inn and pick up all this just so I can defend myself because I keep getting screwed over. Okay, so that's 2 actions. For my 3rd action, I'm going to teleport to here. My 4th action, I will move down to here. And I am going to use this to be able to move onto here and then pick this up as well. Okay. And then you know what? I will not pick that up yet. I'm actually going to spin this to turn both of these back over. Okay. All right, Amanda. Go ahead and flip our card. Go ahead and put 3 out. Now I need Fritz at the tower. Man, I do not remember us getting this many stinking people out this fast. I don't know. We are halfway through the game now to think about it. Maybe we're just being slow because we have not eliminated a single monster yet. And that's really boding very poorly for us. All right, so Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, the Frenzied Monster moves 1 space and attacks with 2. So at this point, he will just move right to here, which is going to be a big problem because we have 2 townspeople just hanging out up there. So, all right, you're up, Amanda in pajamas. What you going to do?
Okay, so I'm going to move. Can I move both of these with me?
Yeah, they both can go with you.
1, 2.
You don't have to move on to the location. You can send him. So you
That's
can.
okay. I want to, so I can.
Oh, you want to work on the Mummy now? Yeah. Okay, because I thought you were going to finish off the Wolfman. That's the only reason I was.
Oh.
And then the only reason I thought.
Yeah.
Now I don't want to tell you what to do. Let me make sure I'm clear on that. So, because you had them 2 right here with you, if you moved to there, he would join the party with you as well, and you could also work on the Wolfman. But I just wanted to make sure you realize that because I've got a couple of tokens that I can work on with the Mummy myself.
So should I take both of them with me?
They will go with you regardless.
Okay. So 1.
And now 2, if you give me the number 1.
2.
And now we have the cure. So basically it just goes on there, which means we have the cure. Either one of us can now defeat him, but we need a total of six total red power to be able to defeat him. And we do not currently have that. Now you can add 1 to it. So if you get this 4 and that 2, then you'd be able to knock him out. But is there any red here? No, they're all up here. There's a ton of them. Ugh, I've got 2 2s. I got a 2-2. All right, so you still have, so you went 1, 2. You still have 2 more actions to go. So if you wanted to pick those up, you still could. It's up to you.
3, 4.
And they come with you no matter what. There you go. All right. And then go ahead and flip your card. If it's a mummy activation, we're in trouble. All right, so put 3 tokens out. On the move, move the frenzy marker to the next monster. Move each villager 1 space towards their safe location. This is extremely bad because now these 2 are going to go there. All 3 of these are going to go up here. And the frenzied monster is the Wolfman. I'll let you finish putting those on. Okay. The frenzied monster is the Wolfman. He's going to move 3 spaces and then hit for 2. But this is kind of good in a sense because we do kind of want him to come towards us, but we need to have a total of 6 power. That's the only bad thing. So he is going to go 1, 2, and then he rolls 2 dice and he attacks me. So I have to discard 1. I'll discard that one. I don't need blues. All right, and now it is my turn, and if I had it, oh my God, this stinks so bad. Oh, you know what? Watch this. I'm gonna go 1 to teleport here, 2 to take these, 3, and then 4, goodbye Wolfman. Boom, just like that. Damn. Oh, werewolf in London. All right, the Wolfman has been knocked out, which means he is no longer frenzied. It'll go back to Dracula. Wow, that was awesome.
Finally, yay.
Oh man, the bad part is these guys are up here with them. I still feel like I did the right thing. I don't know.
On your turn, you can, if you don't activate, you can get up there and...
Yeah, but as long as he doesn't activate.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
We'll see if we get lucky. Go ahead and flip it. We got rid of the Wolfman. And he is going to activate. Go ahead and put 2 tokens out. Yeah, it's going to probably increase it twice. It's bad. So I wonder how that works. I wonder if it's basically 1 hit per villager or if he just attacks a villager. We've never had this happen before. This is interesting. Hang on for a minute. We're going to look that up. Okay, so according to the rule book, they only attack 1 player. Or... NPC player as well. So he's trying to get to the hospital, which is way down here. He is trying to get to the institute, which is here. So just roll 3 dice and we'll pick which one of them is probably going to get knocked out. And he did roll the exclamation, which means, oh, Jesus Christ. That's getting annoying. All right, let's just get rid of Fritz. Bye, Fritz. And we have to increase our terror by 1. All right. And then that was my turn, right? So, yep. So now it is your turn. So the Wolfman is dead. He is history. And Dracula we have not even started on. And we are running out of time. Something terrible.
I go 1.
Yeah, and you take them all with you.
2, 3, 4.
Okay, and one of them needed to go to the museum. So you get a power-up card. Oh, skip the next monster phase. Draw and place 2 items from the bag. It's up to you if you want to use it or not.
Well, yeah.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those 2 items.
Yep. So you don't have to draw anything out of, we don't have to draw a monster card. So that's pretty darn near perfect. Okay.
Yeah, because now you can...
I'm thinking I might. Yeah, I'll just go up there and rescue him and get him away. You think that's what I should do?
Yeah, grab those tokens.
And then grab all them tokens. And then I could start maybe and just working on that. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and then I'm just going to move back down. Wait a minute. Or should I just teleport over to here to be close to you? Well, I can't teleport because I'll have to leave him, so I'll just go 4. I'm not worried about being on his space. Go ahead and flip my card. All right, so put 2 tokens out. This would be for the Invisible Man event. First, we will activate the mummy, then the creature, and then Frankenstein. So it'll just be the mummy. He's just going to roll 3 dice for us. Please don't roll any more exclamations. You rolled another exclamation, and then it's 1 hit. So I will get rid of this token right there. And I'm going to start hunting down Dracula and start taking care of him on my next turn. So, all right, you're up, little pup. So you got a ton of yellows, so we can really start hitting on him pretty good. And man, if we could get this solved on your turn, on my turn, I could actually knock out the mummy. You realize that? I don't think we can do it.
Can I increase?
Yeah, I think you can, because you may add 1 to the strength of any of you. So that's actually a 5 if you want to play it.
And each one of these is an action.
Yeah, which
so
means
I could use all 4.
Yes, and each one of them is a +1. So, well, just you do them one at a time. So this is 5 actions. So just so you know, real quick, that's 1, 2. So now you still have 3 actions, and I'll let you stare at that, and you kind of decide what you want to do. We do have the 4 locked in. That's good. And then we have 3 other moves that we can do right now.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. So I think you just did all 5 just now, just so you know.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so go ahead and give me another token. And this will be 5 more movement points. Okay.
One.
It's tough, ain't it?
2, 3, 4.
4 and 5. Okay, so now we have the 1, the 2, and the 4 are locked in, so we're solid on those. Another action. So now you only get 4 this turn.
Okay. 1, 2. Okay. 3, 4.
Okay, last one.
4. 1.
2. You almost got it, dude.
3.
Oh, honey.
What?
No, put that back. I think you should go 3 and then 4, because then the 5 can go there and then the 6 goes there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't.
No, here.
So that's all your actions though, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we know we've got him on our next turn. So go ahead and flip your card. So no tokens come out. This is a action or an event card for the creature from the Black Lagoon. So the Wolfman, oh, I'm sorry, he's no longer home. The Bride of Frankenstein, and then the Frenzied Monster, which would be Dracula, moves 1 space and attacks with 3 dice. So he'll just move 1 space down. All right, and now it is my turn. And so I'm thinking, should I just,
I think you should just...
start pounding on his...
So you can do the mummy. You can finish him.
Well, I could I could spend all my actions to do that. So I would go 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and I'd be back here. So technically, yes, I could. You're right. So I would 1 to teleport, 2, 3. Okay, now we got him. And then last but not least, 4, and I'll come back to here, which means as long as he doesn't go nowhere, I will kill him on my turn.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and flip my card for me. All right, so spawn 2. All right, so place Dracula in the space with the current player's hero. That would be me, so he's gonna come up to here. And then the mummy will activate, and he will just roll 2 dice. And that's 2 hits on me. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to get rid of a 4 and a 4. Okay. I still have enough to get him though. So, all right. And then that'll be it, because that's the Bride of Frankenstein and the Invisible Man. And we are running out of actions, unfortunately. So, all right. You got to get some red tokens and start smashing some coffins, hun, because this is it. And the good part is you get to add +1 to all of your tokens, so that's pretty awesome. Let's see. And then he still wants to go to the dungeon, which is way up there, so no sense. He wants to go to camp.
Do I have to take them with me?
You want to take them with you. It's not really a negative to take them with you. You always want to carry them with you because you can protect them and you can guide them whereas otherwise when they're on their own, they're just at the mercy of the monsters.
Okay, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
4.
Okay, and then you'll be able to...
Turn,
yep. Okay, go ahead and flip your card. Okay, put 2 tokens out. This would be the Frankenstein event card, so nothing happens. And then the creature from the Black Lagoon, the Wolfman, and the Invisible Man. So nothing's going to happen there. So, and for my very first action on my turn, I'm going to spin those 2. And now we have just defeated the mummy as well. So that's 2 down, baby. Buckle, buckle, bump. Now, the tough part is we are almost out of time. And we have got to get this dude. So I have 3 actions left to go. I'm going to go 1, 2. I'll spin that. And let's smash coffin number 1, the dungeon. All right. 3 more coffins to go. And then we need 6 yellows to be able to defeat him for good. So flip my card. So spawn 3. And then we are going to put Dr. Cranley in the laboratory. There's only 2 left. How many do you need? 3?
3.
Okay, that means all these. Put those 2 in, and then all these will go back in the bag. Okay. And then I will get Dr. Cranley in a second. My stupid little dainty fingers couldn't hold them all. There you go. And then Dr. Cranley. Dr. Cranley in the laboratory. Okay, and then the Invisible Man and then the Frenzied Monster, which would be Dracula, will move 1 spot and attack himself. Okay, and then it is your turn. So I think you know what you got to do. Boom. So that's coffin number 2, which was the graveyard. And it takes 6 power to do it. So she spent those. We have now defeated 2. Is there any red ones there? Nah, of course not. We do need yellows. Well, we do. I mean, might as well, right? Ooh, there's 2 6s right up there. Okay, so you're all done?
Yeah.
Okay, so spawn 2, the hunt is on, the Wolfman's gone, so no big deal. Creature from the Black Lagoon, and then it'll be, unfortunately, this is going to be bad. It will be Dracula. He's going to move up to here, and he is going to attack me with 2 dice. And I've only got 1. Alright, so that's 1, but unfortunately he is also the Frenzied Monster, so you have to roll for the attack again on me. Oh! How did I get so stinking lucky? Wow! Alright, so the bad part is though, we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Technically we'll have 7 more turns. Ugh. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I can get up to here and I can collect both of those on my next turn. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll take me 2 turns just to even get and destroy that one. Oh, where does this dude want to go? The hospital? Jesus. He wants to go to camp. Where does he want to go? The precinct? Man, these guys are just, it's nowhere near anywhere we need to be. All right, well, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'll collect both of those up on my next turn. So, all right, go ahead and spawn 3. And I need the fortune teller, Minerva. And she is going to go to camp. there. And then the Wolfman, and then the Frenzied, which he'll just move 1 and attack himself with 2 dice. All right, you are up. Man, the clock is ticking so bad here. I think we're gonna be so close.
Okay. Go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, go ahead and flip your card. So spawn 3, and then place Lucy at the theater. Lucy in the sky, do 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 do. That's what you are, do 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 do. Lemonade pie, do 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 do. All right, and then Dracula will move 2 spaces, and unfortunately, he will roll 1 die and will attack Lucy, who just spawned. Increased terror, and now he is the Frenzied Monster, which means he'll move 2 more. And he will, oh God, I have no items. Roll 1 die. Don't roll a hit, man. That was not what we needed. Oh, and I don't have any freaking items. We're 1. Oh, this is so bad on so many freaking levels. Crap, we just lost. We absolutely just lost because I had to pick up those items to get over there to smash that coffin. And now you're not going to have time. Oh, man. Oh, wait, duh. So 1 action, I'll teleport up to here. 2 action, I'll grab both of these. And then 3, 4. Okay. All right. Now you're up. Oh, duh. Boop. So nothing happens. Oh my God, look. This worked out really well. Dracula goes back to his crypt. And he does move 1 space, and he will attack you with 2 dice, though. I am the current player, right? Which means, Jesus Christ, if that would stop happening. Place the current player's hero in Dracula's space. Ugh.
And then I had to...
Yeah. Yeah, he's killing me because I keep moving around all over the board.
Okay.
All right, so we need to smash the coffin, and then we still need 6 yellow, which...
Yes, I'm doing it. 1.
Honey, what are you doing? What do you mean you're doing it?
Doing my turn.
Oh, you picked all those up?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
1, 2,
Yep.
3.
Oh, man, this is gonna suck. Okay, and then you got 1 more action left to go. You might as well just stick with him. I've got what I need to be able to destroy the last one, but it's going to take me 2 turns to get up there now because he keeps moving me around the board, unfortunately.
Okay. Where is he at? Is he at Abbey?
He's at the Abbey, yep. And you want to stay close to him because you've got all the yellows necessary to end up killing him.
Okay, but I don't want to be on the same spot as him.
Yeah, you do. You're fine because you got enough to protect yourself.
Okay.
And we want him to attack you.
Okay.
If that happens. So go ahead and flip your card. All right, so go ahead and spawn 3, and then Elizabeth at the mansion. Oh, okay. All right, and then it would be Frankenstein, the Bride of Frankenstein, and then the Frenzied Monster, which will be Dracula. So we're going to have him attack you with 2 dice because you've got a ton of blue to discard to be able to defend yourself. And just discard 2 blues because we don't need them anyways. Okay, very good. All right, so for me, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And then on my next turn, I'll smash that coffin. And then at the beginning of your next, well, your turn after, this will be me. Yes, well, wait a minute. This will be me, and then it'll be you. Crap. Okay, we're going to need to lure him that way. Just, oh God, we're going to lose. Okay, don't spawn any tokens. That would be the creature from the Black Lagoon, so nothing happens. The Wolfman's defeated. The Bride of Frankenstein. Now the Frenzied Monster, he's going to attack you with 3 dice. 2. So discard 2 tokens. And now it is your turn, which at the end of my next turn, the game is over. We need to lure him this way. Okay, so here's what I think we need to have happen here, all right? We need yellow tokens, and we need to lure him this way because I'm going to have to spin an action to defeat that. Then I'm also, well, actually, you don't need to lure him this way because I can actually teleport to his location. But the problem is I need yellow tokens to be able to actually kill him. Does that make sense? And if you've got yellow tokens, and as long as you're on the space with him, then I can take your yellow tokens to defeat him with. We've got basically your turn and then at my turn, because as soon as we can't draw a card, that's when we lose.
Okay. And whose turn is it?
It's your turn right now.
So... So should I just go up one, collect these, and go back?
Well, you could. I mean, it's totally up to you. No matter what, if he moves, he's going to come this direction. It just all depends on how much he attacks with. I will need a total of six. You would have a total of 4 tokens. I mean, the only thing that would kill us is if there's a Dracula and a frenzied symbol on this last card. Then he would attack twice. That's what's going to hurt us.
Yeah, but if he attacks me, I don't have anything to protect myself with and still have enough to defeat him.
That's exactly my point. And if he hits too many times, we're going to lose all the tokens necessary. But if you are right here, I could attack for 1, or destroy that B1, move here for 2, pick these up for 3, teleport 4. Yeah, yeah, it's no good. And the problem is too, is if you get hurt, then we're completely out as well.
So
I think it's a gamble we're just going to have to take, yeah.
I'll just collect him and go back.
Or just collect him and just stay there. I mean, it's up to you, because he'll come to you if he moves. It's up to you, one. It don't matter. Or go back, you're right.
1,
2, then 3, and then, yep. All right. Don't be bad. Don't be bad. Don't be a frenzy and a Dracula, please. Oh, we should be good. So nothing happens. The event is for the mummy. Wolfman, Dracula, Invisible Man. So just roll 2 dice for Dracula. Even if it's 2 hits, we should actually still pull this out. So it's only 1. So just give me 1 to discard. All right. So now, my first action, I will discard this to destroy the very last coffin. Wow, I cannot believe we pulled this out. Talk about by the skin of our teeth. My second action, I will teleport to here. My third action, I would like 2 tokens. Which is a total of 6 that we need to be able to defeat Dracula, which now I will use for my 4th action. And we defeated Dracula. Whoa! Can you believe that?
That was fun. No more turns either.
No, that was it. That was my very last action. And there are no more cards to draw, which means that if I did not do that on my turn, the game was over.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
That was perfect.
It was absolutely perfect. I can't believe we actually pulled it out. That was amazing. So let's talk a little bit about the game, and then let's talk about what we think, our impressions of the game. He's tough.
Yeah.
He makes me feel stupid. Because when you're starting to move these around, you feel like you're just always going to make a silly mistake, and you're just going to end up moving something in the wrong spot, and I don't know. He's tough.
Yeah, he is. And he uses a lot of actions.
He does. He reminds me a lot of the creature from the Black Lagoon, who we'll talk about in just a second. I find that the Wolfman is actually pretty easy for the most part, and especially when you have the scientist, because her ability to add a +1 is just absolutely, it's priceless. I think she's probably one of the best characters in the game.
Yeah, she did a lot.
Yeah, she sure did. I agree. My ability to teleport where a monster was is actually what ended up eventually winning the game for us there at the end. Because what's funny is, and then we'll go over these other characters, but I used to be the explorer. But that one, if I would have only had 3 actions instead of 4, we'd have lost. But I did spend a lot of extra actions trying to go to other places because there were no monsters to teleport to. So technically, I don't know. I probably would have had more items for sure to protect myself, and our terror probably wouldn't have been. That's the highest I think we've ever had our terror in a game.
I think so.
We've played with Dracula in every game, and he's not hard to beat, but you know, being in all 4 of these corners, it sure does make it, you know, difficult to be able to make it to all them locations and still be able to actually defeat him and catch him. But I would say out of the 3 we played, the Mummy was by far the hardest. The Wolfman probably the second, and then Dracula the third, and that's how they are labeled from hardest to easiest. So just real quick, we'll take a look at the other monsters real quick, give you an idea what they do. So this is the Invisible Man, and if you had him on the board, this would be the token that would replace up here on the precinct. And whenever you go to the precinct, as long as there's tokens on any one of these locations, the inn, the barn, the institute, the laboratory, or the mansion, you can pull a token for an action and place it onto these here. And what you're doing is you're supplying evidence. It's like you're at the police department saying, he exists, we know he's a real person. And you present the evidence, and then finally when all these spaces are filled, you then have to meet him on his location and then spend 9 plus of the red tokens to be able to actually defeat. Now the creature from the Black Lagoon is the only game that her and I have lost. He is extremely tough. So whenever he is in the game, you put the camp token. And that represents kind of like the lagoon area. See the lagoon here? So you're going to be going from the camp into the lagoon. Whenever you do that, you would basically put the little boat token on the start spot, and then when you're at the camp, you can discard the correct colored tokens to be able to advance this along. And if you notice, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 total tokens you'll have to discard to be able to advance this all the way to the lair. He's considered a medium difficulty, but boy, I think he's tough because every time you roll an exclamation mark, he'll move the boat backwards 1 space. Ugh. The Invisible Man will go towards 2 spaces towards the closest villager. And this is the only one we haven't actually played with yet, all right? So what you do is you take both of these dials. There's one to represent Frankenstein and one for the bride. And you're gonna place them on the board and they start at 0. Then what you do is whenever you go to the location wherever they're located, like let's say they're right here, you can meet them at that location. And for Frankenstein, you're gonna discard a blue token, and for the bride, you'll discard a yellow token. But actually it should be, it's a yellow token for Frankenstein and a blue one for the bride. And depending on the strength of it, so like in this case, it's a strength of 3, you would turn the dial, but then they also move that many spaces, which means that they could occupy spaces with villagers or other creatures or even other heroes. But as you spin it around, what you want to do is you want to hit the spot here, the 8 and then the 11. Once you hit that spot, what you want to do to be able to defeat them is you actually have to move them to where they meet up someplace on the board. And what you're doing is you're actually flip this over, and it's like you're actually turning them human. It's really cute. It's probably the neatest, most unique way to actually defeat a monster in the game. I haven't done it yet. It seems really difficult. I definitely want to try it, but I did not want to do that while on camera because I thought the Mummy would make me look dumb enough without them being in the game as well. So some of the other characters. We have the Archaeologist. He could pick up adjacent items from adjacent locations. We have the Explorer, who I usually am. She can basically teleport to any location on the board, but she only gets 3 actions. That's the downside. We have the Courier. Place your hero in a space with another hero, basically just like my character, but just moves with other heroes instead. Very good in a 4-player game, I'm sure. We have the Professor. Move any hero or villager 1 space. I was almost this character. I almost chose them instead. And then the Mayor, who actually just basically gets 5 actions. So that's her special ability. So that is all the extra bonus stuff in the game. There's nothing else really to talk about other than our impressions. Amanda, what'd you think of this one?
This one was... I did not think that we'd be able to win it.
Yeah?
But I'm really surprised with all the citizens that are out that more of them did not get.
Well, quite a few of them did bite the bullet.
I know, but as many as were out throughout the game, I'm surprised that we didn't lose that way.
What do you think of the game as a whole, though? What is your impressions? Just all the games we've played?
Yeah, yeah, it's fun. I like the different characters, and they have individual...
all their different types of abilities?
Yeah. So that's fun, and just trying to get from one place to another. It's just fun.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. I like how thematic it is. I mean, if you're a fan of the classic Universal monsters, this is just like the movies. They could not have done this much better than what they did. I mean, they did a fantastic job of creating a great thematic board game that really fits the movies. You know, I love how the Mummy, if you're familiar with the way the Mummy is that he literally wants to try to recall the soul of his lost love, and that's what they did. They brought that into the game. You know, they even have the token for it, and plus you're trying to solve like the riddle, you know, to try to decipher the hieroglyphics to be able to, you know, send him back. The Wolfman trying to find the cure, the Dracula destroy his coffin so he has nowhere to rest, and then to be able to try to destroy him, you know, once he's actually exposed. These are all absolutely fantastic things. You know, having to supply the evidence, try to find the lair, try to actually bring humanity to two creatures that were constructed. It's just so insanely thematic. And not just that, as a co-op game, the mechanisms that you use to be able to move around the board, to work together, to play the cards, to actually solve it, everything is just so absolutely brilliantly done. There is not very many co-op games that I have played that seem to work this fluid, this smooth. And you can see just how, you know, playing with three monsters, how tight it was by the skin of our teeth we pulled this out. It makes very memorable experiences. I can't recommend Horrified enough. I think this is not just one of the best co-op games I've ever played. I think it's hands down one of the best games I have played. Definitely one of the best ones that was at Gen Con. No doubt about it. Between this one, Hadara, and Carnival of Monsters. I absolutely love all three of these, and I just can't recommend. But yeah, Horrified by Ravensburg. Oh my gosh, definitely. If you can get your hands on this game, grab it and run, because this is going to give you all kinds of fun, especially with Halloween around the corner. Oh, I love this game. Just absolutely love it. So anyways, anything else you would like to add, Amanda, before we sign off?
No, I think that's it.
All right. Well, we appreciate you watching. Do me a favor, if you haven't done it yet, hit the like button for us. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We have a lot more videos coming down the pike. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.